Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another info/thoughts video for Sonic the Hedgehog. So, as you probably already know, there was a huge Sonic 25th anniversary party last Friday, and yeah, it was huge. It had some hiccups at the beginning, but it ended up being a really fun live stream. I was actually on vacation in Ottawa during that weekend, so that's why I'm really late to making this video. But all the stuff that happened was too good not to talk about. I definitely feel more confident as a Sonic fan again. Alright, so before I talk about the two big new Sonic games, I'll talk about some of the smaller stuff first. So they unexpectedly, in my eyes anyways, announced a new thing for the first Sonic Dash. That Classic Sonic is now in the game. You can either buy him straight away, or you can try and earn him through an event. And yeah, that's quite interesting. Like, we have Sonic Dash 2, Sonic Boom now, but I guess they decided, hey, Classic Sonic wouldn't really fit in this Boom game, so they decided to go back to the first one and put him in there instead. Personally, I do feel a bit burned out on Sonic Dash. It's just like, yeah, I used to play it so much before, and now it's just like, the game's been out for a long time, and I think I'm ready for a new mobile Sonic game, just not another Sonic Runners, but which, by the way, has been shut down for good, so you can't actually play that game at all anymore. But for those of you who still play the first Sonic Dash, then yeah, this is definitely a good thing, and it's nice that they finally introduced a new zone, even if it's only a temporary thing. They also showed footage of Sonic in LEGO Dimensions, and while I still have no plans on getting the game, I have to admit, it looks pretty cool. It really looks like they really paid attention to a lot of Sonic's history, because it looks like Sonic's level pack or playset or whatever you want to call it is a mashup of a bunch of different zones, because you see Emerald Coast and then you see like this big picture where there's like Chemical Plant, Green Hill, Ice Cap, and a bunch of other places, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And yeah, it's totally cool that Sonic can fly the tornado and turn into Super Sonic. I definitely wasn't expecting to see Super Sonic in LEGO Dimensions, but I have no idea how the characters fully work in LEGO Dimensions, if some other characters already have super states, or if this is a first for the game, because the last LEGO game I played was LEGO Batman, the first one. But I'll talk a little bit about the Boom stuff they showed. So they showed the E3 trailer for Sonic Boom Fire and Ice again, and yeah, my opinion still hasn't really changed much from the last video at all, really. It's just, yeah, it looks okay, not great, but still okay, I guess. At least not terrible like Rise of Lyric. But I do like what they showed off of Season 2 of the TV show. It looks like a very interesting episode where there's an asteroid headed towards their world, and Eggman is trying to get money out of everyone so that they can live in his bunker. But yeah, there's just like this debate going back and forth, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that episode turns out at the end. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did a little nod to the classic era of The Simpsons, where they'll like leave the bunker at the end, and then the bunker ends up being the only thing that gets destroyed by the asteroid. Before I talk about the new Sonic games, there's one last interesting thing I'd like to mention, and it's that Takashi Iizuka did express interest in making a Sonic Adventure 3 in the future, possibly, but there are no current plans to make one. I am somewhat surprised and not surprised at the same time, because in my opinion, Sonic 06 is Sonic Adventure 3. I know that game didn't quite live up to most of our expectations, but yeah, that really does feel like Sonic Adventure 3 with the multiple playable characters and the dark storyline and all that stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a Sonic Adventure 3 if it's done really well. And considering that one of the two new Sonic games is like a second attempt at doing Sonic 4, I'm not surprised that Iizuka is still considering Sonic Adventure 3. So let's talk about that game now, Sonic Mania. So basically, Sonic Mania is another attempt at recapturing the magic of Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This time though, there's a mixture of reimagined zones from the past, as well as brand new zones. There's 2 levels confirmed right now, Green Hill and Studiopolis. In addition, Sonic is not the only playable character. You can also choose from Tails or Knuckles, and I definitely approve of that because I was really getting tired of just Sonic all the time. As fun as the game looks, I do feel like what's giving me the most confidence in this game is the fact that Christian Whitehead is behind this game. If you don't know who he is, he's worked on some really polished Sonic fan games, as well as the remastered versions of Sonic CD, Sonic 1, and Sonic 2 that have come out in recent years. So if he can do a really good job on those, then I think he can do a new game pretty well. He definitely nailed the classic Sonic physics with his retro engine, so I'm really excited to see that in a brand new Sonic game. I definitely applaud Sega for deciding to hire him. I think the only thing I don't like about this game is that it's not going to be on any Nintendo platforms. It's only listed as PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Because Sonic Mania, this is just a classic 2D side-scrolling game. I don't see why the Nintendo Wii U couldn't handle this game. I'm sure it can. So there must be some other reason for it. I can still get it on PC, so I don't feel completely left out, but still a really weird decision to me, marketing-wise. Now, let's talk about the Sonic game that really left the 25th anniversary party on a high note. Right now, it's called Project Sonic 2017. All they showed was a little teaser, but it looks pretty epic so far. The setting is in a burnt-down city, which some I've noticed pointed out looks a lot like City Escape, which would be really cool if it is. I'd love to see a more consistent, connected Sonic world like what they're doing in the Archie comics, where they're going from like Station Square to Rail Canyon and places like that. But you see modern Sonic looking pretty mad, and you see him do this epic action sequence, which really reminds me of the Sonic Generations intro. But then a slab of concrete comes flying at Sonic, which catches him off guard, but then he's saved by none other than classic Sonic. Then the 2 Sonics run off into the distance as the 2 giant robots shoot lasers at them. And yeah, while it didn't show that much, it's definitely enough to get me excited. It definitely does look like a dark storyline, potentially, just like the Sonic Adventure series, even though this is not supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3, or any sort of sequel, as Azuka did confirm. I definitely am surprised that classic Sonic has already come back so soon. Like, I'm pretty sure both this and Sonic Mania were meant to come out this year, but were pushed to 2017 for quality purposes. But, I don't know, it seems kind of random to me at the moment. Because I have seen some people say this, and I would agree with them that I think it actually would be more exciting if Shadow or Tails or pretty much any other of Sonic's friends saved him instead from the flying slab of concrete. It also feels like they might be relying too much on nostalgia for this game because, well, we already have Sonic Mania for classic Sonic. Why is he here too? So hopefully that will make more sense in the future. I also find it really interesting that it says join the resistance at the end, so that does make me think that the final name of this game will probably be Sonic Resistance, and that sounds pretty badass, so I definitely don't mind that name at all. And I think that does allude to more Sonic characters being in this game, maybe even playable. It definitely makes me hope that the 2 Sonics are trying to form a team, Justice League and Avengers style, to try and take down Eggman or whoever this villain is that are unleashing these giant robots. And wow, whoever the main villain is, they're doing a pretty darn good job, because it looks like they're already doing a really good job at destroying the world. I'm not really that surprised about which consoles this game is coming out on, except that it is confirmed for the Nintendo NX, which is really cool. That is already a good reason for me to buy that console pretty early on. I also find it highly amusing that a new Sonic game is being confirmed for the Nintendo NX before a new Mario game. Just like insert the whole Sega does what Nintendo don't to jokes. It's pretty crazy world we live in. Alright, that pretty much wraps up this Sonic info/thoughts video. So let me know what you think in the comment section below of the 25th anniversary party and all the new information that came out of it. Was it worth the wait to you? I think it actually was, even though I was getting a bit aggravated towards the end, but wow, it looks like Sonic's future might be bright again. I'm really looking forward to hearing more about Sonic Mania and Project Sonic 2017, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing Let's Plays on both of these games. I'll probably need a really beefy computer to run the Project Sonic 2017, but hopefully by the time it does come out, I will have one, since it's not supposed to come out until at least holiday 2017. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. But anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys, and have a great day! Thanks for watching! Also, I really like Jun Sonoe's Shadow the Hedgehog guitar. Thanks!